One more success story for Career Launch Australia. I'm sitting down here with a gentleman. He was not born with a golden spoon in his mouth. His name is Shri, and Shri comes from a non English speaking and a very humble middle class background in India. Most of his education has been sponsored by other people, either living in India or living overseas, which he is immensely grateful for. He has earned the Foreign Education Scholarship from the government of Maharashtra in India, and he's a fresh mechanical engineering graduate from Melbourne University. Also, he's the recipient of Leaders in Community Award from the University of Melbourne. Shri, welcome to Career Launch Australia.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome. I'm very curious to know, how did you find us in the first place?
Yeah, it's an interesting story. Firstly, when I was studying in my final semester of Master of Engineering Mechanical at the University of Melbourne, I was literally searching and for seeking a job to be a mechanical engineer. So literally I had to interact with the seniors, some of my friends, in order to get the overall gist how the Australian job market is
Right.
and how it works. To be specific, sir, it was like a very frustrating experience for me, because most of the seniors used to tell, like, in order to succeed in getting a relevant job in your field, you have to be Australian permanent resident, or you need to be Australian citizen.
Okay.
So it was like a very depressing, as well as something like which was not giving the value to my credentials,
Yes.
what I was expecting. When I was browsing through the internet, I came to know about like the various various ways how to
Get
tackle,
the job.
how to get to know the Australian job market, how to get to know about the Australian work culture. That time I found some of the videos on YouTube, and there was one video of you,
Okay.
and you were taking interview of one of the successful candidates in past.
Right.
And when I saw that interview, I came to know, oh, this is something what I was really looking for.
Okay.
And that interview gave me such a great insights in order to how to tackle, how to tap, and how to tackle the job searching process. And it gave me like the deep insights about getting to know more about you, what is Career Launch Australia, how to how they help. So I directly, without wasting the time, I went to the Career Launch Australia's website, and I started meticulously reading the content, about the Career Launch Australia, that is CLA, what CLA offers. And there were like a number of testimonials, successful stories,
Yes.
Sir, I would like to really highlight this thing, that most of the successful stories were of those immigrants. They didn't have PR, or
Yes.
although they had PR, but they still were struggling. They couldn't manage to get a job over here.
Yes.
So it was really like a motivating thing for me. And then I decided, okay, to go with the consultation with Career Launch Australia, and I booked for that session. And when we had that consultation, it was really a threshold for me. Actually, it was a very like a motivational experience, and it gave me a kind of confidence. Yes, I can do. That kind of feeling I got from the very first consultation.
Beautiful.
And after reflecting on what I learned through our first consultation, I decided to join the Career Launch Australia's mentoring program. And when we started with mentoring, that time I gradually came to know about myself, because Career Launch Australia helped me to realize my own potential, because it was and this was a very unique learning experience for me, like how to reflect and how to find those aspects of my personality, which really people care for, which really the potential employees are looking for. and it was not about being a job seeker. That one of the like most important aspects I came to know.
To be honest with you, I don't like that word,
Yeah.
being a job seeker, because when you're a seeker, you're not in control.
Yeah.
The giver is always in control. So I don't even use that word job seeker much in my blogs or even during the interviews, because I strongly believe that you are not a job seeker, you are a solutions provider, or you are a problem solver.
Absolutely.
It's very interesting you made this point that many people who struggle to find a job, particularly people who are in your situation, who don't have the PR visa. So you still do not have the PR.
No. It's very, very interesting to tell you, sir, that I'm still on student visa. My student visa is valid for next 1 month, and I don't have the typical working visa in Australia. But still, after going through Career Launch Australia's mentoring program, I am able to manage the permanent and full-time job, and it was not a barrier for me because my company didn't ask for PR. Even in my interview or initial screening of the recruiting process, they didn't ask for that thing. But I believe that this is kind of like a self-created thought.
Exactly.
It's like a self those are limiting beliefs.
Yes.
Yes, most of the times you will come across such a people who always give excuses oh man, I don't have PR, oh I don't have citizenship, if you ask someone from your age or just to talk about myself, when I used to ask my seniors in my uni, so they used to tell me they were still finding for a job and they were getting rejections because they didn't have PR or citizenship. So I thought after going through Career Launch Australia's mentoring program, the approach, how we approach, the approach should not be as a job seeker, but approach should be as a solutions creator. What I offer, because employers are looking for the people, they want people.
Yes.
They are going to invest on the people, but what they look your mental attitude.
Yes.
How is your attitude and what do you offer? So it's not seeking for a job, it's for searching for the opportunity. That it was a key aspect for me. It was a key attribute in order to approaching the various employers. And I'm really happy that Career Launch Australia helped me to realize my own potential, to reflect on my potential, and the Career Launch Australia was there for all the time. Whenever I had some kind of interviews or catch-ups, or how to networking, how to deal with the employers when they ask some tricky questions. Yeah, so we had that continuously. Career Launch Australia was there to give me the support at every situation. And I was literally surprised when I got the interviews by the 3 potential employees, and I was in the position to whom I give the preference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is the situation you want to be in. So the point here is that all those who are watching this, as Shri said earlier, that it's not that the employers are looking for your PR or you being a citizen. Even if you are a fresh graduate, as long as you have the visas of class 500 or 485 for that matter, you're still able to get the job. The only reason people do not get the jobs, from what I have seen and from what she is endorsing, is that your own limitation that you put around it. Many times people are finding an excuse for not getting a job. As paradoxical, as ironic it sounds, it still is the case that people are trying to sabotage themselves and be in that comfort zone, or what I call as a zone of complacency. So it's really very encouraging to see someone like Shri getting a job when he doesn't have a PR. I mean, he has all the intention of settling here in Australia, which he will very soon. But at the moment when he doesn't have the PR visa, he still was able to find a job here in Australia. So that's brilliant. Why did you feel, this is one question that I want to ask, because we are not a charity.
Yes.
We charge people money.
Yes.
Why did you feel the necessity to invest in the CLS program? What really made you think that, yes, I understand you had the initial consultation, but again, enrolling in the program was your own choice.
Yes.
As I always say that, you have the initial consultation with me, then there are no obligations.
Mhm.
If you believe that we are the right people who can help you,
Mhm.
you're most welcome to enroll in the program.
Mhm.
What exactly was your need that you thought I should enroll in CLA's program?
Absolutely, sir. Firstly, I would like to begin with my experience at my uni. Yes, uni offers like a tremendous amount of resources to enhance our employability skills, but there was some kind of gap in order to yes, uni had some formats. They had how to write resume, how to write cover letters, or what kind of questions generally asked by the employees
Mm.
during the interview.
Hmm.
But there was like a gap of how to connect with the employees. This
Yes.
is something like the interview questions or resume or cover letter. This is something like once you are able to crack that the cold recruiter call or cracking the first step. And first step is
Connecting the dots.
Yeah, because connecting with the employees, potential employees.
Yes.
If you're not getting connected, then it's not going to work. So when I studied about the Career Launch Australia, when I gathered the information by watching the YouTube videos on the YouTube as well as Career Launch Australia's website, it gave me the confidence. Yes, Career Launch Australia has something unique because all these successful stories, they are not like just it's not a mere luck.
Yes.
So they have put the efforts, they have put the time, but those are smart efforts. It's not like something making the applying for the jobs, 100
Yes.
jobs per day via Seek or Indeed or through company's website.
Yes.
It wasn't like that. So I used to apply in my final semester. I was applying at least 10 jobs per day via Seek, Indeed, and company's website, but I didn't hear back.
No, that's a very good point. It's a very valid point, because now I remember when I saw your resume,
Mhm.
your earlier resume, before you enrolled in the program.
Mhm.
When I saw Shree's resume, it was very trendy, it was very cool.
Mhm.
I still remember the format that you had used.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the resume, I thought, well, I'm not sure whether this trendy and cool resume will be able to fetch you some kind of interview.
Mhm.
So that resume probably wasn't working for you, was it?
Correct. It wasn't working for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That
you
might
got
be
it. You got it done from someone, or you made it yourself?
Yeah, actually, firstly, I had made it myself. Then I inquired about some help about that, and in that case as well, it didn't work. In both of the cases, it didn't work.
And this is, as you pointed out earlier, Career Launch Australia is not just about getting the job. I
Yeah.
always say this to people.
Mhm.
We are always looking forward to settling people coming from overseas in Australia very quickly. Helping you in getting the job is just one part of what we do.
Mhm.
We love to see people settle here in Australia with their job, buying their first homes here in Australia, and that's our honest intention in helping people.
Mhm.
Now, you completed the mentoring program and you started your job search in a very strategic way,
Yes.
and then you were able to get the job in about, after your new resume was created,
Mhm.
and you started applying for the job. I think you got the job in about 4 to 5 weeks after that.
Mhm.
I just want to ask you, which 3 tools in the program helped you the most in quickly getting the job in Australia?
Certainly. I would like to highlight the most important tool is reflection and meditation. Like meditation really helped me
Wow.
because it was something it was something like to rejuvenate myself, to rejuvenate the energy which I want to radiate in order to search for the potential opportunities or in order to search for the potential employers. So it was really a fantastic thing because I was following your guidelines like regarding the meditation, and it really helped me to maintain my schedule very well. So it could assist me in maintaining the same energy level which I had in the morning up to, till the evening. So there was not like some tiredness feeling or something like dizzy feeling after like going through the process of calling the recruiters or trying to connect with the recruiters. That is the most important aspect. And second aspect is clearing my own limiting beliefs, because I had a lot of limiting beliefs, because I was like surrounded by so many I mean the narrow-minded people, or we can say so many like frustrated people that I was finding it really hard, because as sir mentioned that I was studying here with scholarship support from the state government of Maharashtra. So yes, I had the financial barriers, like so I had to take decision before I graduate whether to stay in Australia or not, and it was really a critical thing for me. And like investing in Career Launch Australia's mentorship program, it was even more critical for me. So at the when I started through the Career Launch Australia's mentoring program, at the end of day when I started getting the interview calls by the potential employers, that time I realized the value for the money which I invested. So yes, I'm 100% satisfied that I chose the Career Launch Australia in order to
your
get
overall
the-
experience of working with us, how was it?
Yeah, overall experience was indeed fantastic, because I'm living in Australia for last 2 years for my masters, and I didn't have like the opportunity to interact with the people in the way like to know the people by heart, but or I can say like um, the people I used to interact with, they like it was like only the formal communication, but when I enrolled with the Career Launch Australia, I could feel like a heart-to-heart connection, which matters a lot, like connecting with the people and matching the energy level, like if how to match with the person in front of me, how to match with his like energy. And as you used to mention, like when when your energy matches with the person in front of you, then that energy becomes synergy.
Yes.
And that is something like which is a boosting factor for the company or for the employees in order to like enhance their revenues or profits, and that's something what they are looking for. So yes, and that is the unique thing, like the communication skills, how to communicate. Career Launch Australia really helped me to improve my communication skills. Like it's not like employers used to ask me like, okay, so you studied at Uni Melbourne, okay, that's really a great thing. Tell me about yourself, like how was your experience and how is life going with you so far? So it was really a tricky question. I used to answer, okay, in uni as well, I used to interact with the professors. So when they used to ask me this question, okay, I was just saying, oh, I came from a remote village back in India. I got a scholarship. I'm studying here, and I'm an ambitious person. I really want to learn something, and I really want to reflect on that learning in my future life to have a bright future ahead. So this is something, okay, this is acceptable, but telling about yourself, employer is not asking for your self-centric thoughts, like what do you think of yourself.
It wasn't professional.
Yeah, it wasn't professional as such. So I used to think the thinking skills. I would like to highlight over here about the thinking skills, like how to think professionally, and how to think in a like a professional by following the professional demeanor. I think that thing was really helpful for me, and it really gave me the perception to to put myself in proper order in order to tap the hidden job market in Australia.
I guess one of the unique things that we do, Shri, is we help you with getting the job in Australia, but we are more focused on building you from within, what I call as the inner preparation.
Yes.
And that inner preparation is very, very important. And like Shri said earlier, we actually make you to believe in yourself. Because I know for a fact when you are coming from overseas, whether you are professional, with experience, without experience, whether you studied here in Australia, what is the most important thing is to have the right kind of mindset. And that is why we say to people that when you enroll in Career Launch Australia program, you are not actually investing that money in us. In true sense, you are investing that money in yourself. Because the only investment that will never ever depreciate is the investment that you make in yourself. And when you make that investment, once you get the kickstart, your first job in Australia, then the rest is history, and then you from there you can only move, and you can only move up and climb the ladder of success. So I'm so glad that you got all those things that we offer to you, and more importantly than that, you were quite open.
Yeah.
You were very coachable as such. So all the people, all the fresh graduates, particularly from the engineering stream, who are looking for jobs here in Australia, what advice or what suggestions or what message would you give to them?
Definitely. First of all, I would like to give a suggestion regarding your own beliefs. I
Yes.
think that you need to be very open. You need to have an open mind, and you need to be very flexible, because at the end of the day, it really matters like what you think. Because once you have the positive thinking, then yes, then there is a sky is a limit. So, and don't let people throw you in like a negative mindset, or in some negative like things. You will come across like a number of people who will say, like, in order to succeed in Australia, or in order to get your first job to be as an engineer, you must have a PR, you must be an Australian citizen.
Yes.
So it's not a fact over here. Because I have experienced that, and the job I got, and the company is really amazing. They are doing a really fantastic like business over here, and I was in the position to offer the solution, because I didn't have like a very substantial experience to be as a mechanical engineer. I recently completed my master's, but still I was able to offer the solutions what I have studied,
Yes.
and what the skill set
Yes.
I possess. And for that, Career Launch Australia was like a very helpful platform for me, in order to put everything in order. So as sir mentioned, like, the investment is not like you are investing somewhere else, but that investment is in like yourself.
Absolutely.
And yes, I invested in myself, because I didn't know, oh, okay, these are the things, okay, because I have that, and these are the things which are appreciated by the employees. So,
and it's not just
yeah.
you, Shri. I mean, I was talking to an experienced professional only yesterday, who I'm mentoring at the moment, and he said to me, he said when it was his last day at work yesterday, and he said, well, I did not know that I have so many qualities in me till people came to me and they told me that we will really miss you because you have these qualities in you. So basically, what we do at Career Launch Australia is that we make you to rediscover yourself and know yourself much better. Because I strongly believe that you have the skill set. Someone like Shri has got a degree, but that degree is of no use if you are not able to use it properly, if you are not able to reflect on it properly, if you are not able to let people know that you have the ability to solve their problems or offer them the solutions. And that is where the main problem is. So people do have the skill set, but many people do not have the mindset. Well, if you are one of those, who is a fresh graduate here in Australia and really looking for the job, I hope and I'm sure this interview of Shri will definitely inspire you a lot. If you need our help, we are always there. Please go to our website careerlaunch.com.au and we'll be more than happy to help you. Have the initial consultation with me. All our consultations are live consultations, and I personally conduct those consultations. So it's not like a webinar or a workshop. And they are all over Skype. So wherever you are in the world or wherever you are in Australia, you can most definitely have the consultations with me, and then we can take it to the next step. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you giving this much time today, and hoping so many people and inspiring so many people through your interview. So I really wish you luck. It has been a week now since you started your new job.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will climb the ladder of success very soon.
Sure.
And all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And bye for now.